The member from Windsor West.
The Premier. Yesterday, the Minister of Education stated that she was perplexed about the current labour dispute in Ontario's education sector. Speaker, what I find truly perplexing is that the Liberal government, the Premier, is considering removing limit on class sizes, the signature education policy of her predecessor, Dalton McGuinty, and forcing students and teachers into larger classes. Speaker, can the Premier please explain to Ontarians why the Liberal government is flip-flopping on class sizes and throwing our schools into chaos?
Premier.
Minister of Education.
Minister of Education.
Yes, thank you very much. And let me just repeat what I said previously, is that the legislation is very clear. When you have a central negotiations, we're talking about money issues that have to do with money, with finances, with provincial policy. Those are the issues that are being negotiated at the central table, and there could theoretically be a central strike on central issues. When you have a local strike, and this is clearly a local strike in Durham, it is by definition under the law a strike on local issues. That would be issues like transfer and surplus. We believe that the only way you solve this problem is to negotiate, and that's exactly what we're doing at the central table where we sit. Thank you.
Thank you. Supplementary.
Thank you, Speaker. And I thank the Minister of Education for that lesson. What she clearly doesn't know is negotiations are a give and a take, not just taking. Again to the Premier. Speaker, just yesterday, the Minister of Education claimed that she hadn't heard a coherent explanation of what local issues prompted education workers to walk out in Durham, and that she is mystified by their actions. Maybe if the Premier and Minister actually consulted Ontario families and education workers before slashing education funding and forcing the closure of neighbourhood schools, they wouldn't be so mystified as to why Ontarians are so upset. Speaker, when will this government finally admit that their policies of education cuts and forced school closures are failing Ontarians?
Minister.
As I said, the only way to solve
Member from Hamilton East Stony Creek.
The only way to solve a labour problem is to negotiate. We are committed to negotiating a collective agreement, and that's why, as we speak, people are sitting negotiating to arrive at a central agreement. That is the role that we will continue to play, because we are committed to achieving a central negotiated collective agreement. With respect to funding, I'm sorry that the NDP doesn't think that a 56% increase in funding qualifies as an increase. They seem to think a 56% increase is a cut. I'm afraid I don't understand NDP math.